Hello and welcome back to MoonWitchBudgets. My name is Michaela and this is my channel where we do budgeting, cash stuffing, savings challenges, things like that. So today we're going to be budgeting my paycheck in August. This will be my first paycheck. So let's see here. We'll get to August. And I made a little cute, what is that called? Bookmark. There we go. That way I can find where I am. Alright, let me make sure you're in frame. Yes, and I think I'm going to scoot that over. Okay. Okay, cool. So, this is my first paycheck in August. I get paid every other week, so bi-weekly. Alrighty, and then if you've been here since the very beginning, you know I had a different paper for my bills, but I wanted it to be cuter and more colorful and a little bit less chaotic. So I went ahead and wrote down my bills that have due dates, and then I put ones that I pay every single paycheck I put money towards. And then this is once I get to save money for my Amazon cart, then we can start saving for different binders that I want to do. Right now I want to start putting money towards them, so once I get the binders I have like money to put in them, because I feel like if I start saving now, then it'll be better in the long run. So okay, we have my little bookmark here, and I usually look at my paycheck on my bank account on my phone, but I film on my phone, so that's a little bit more difficult. So I wrote a note. So my paycheck for my full-time job is $1,062. And then Mark gives me money to help with bills. And this week he gave me $50. And then for our rollover, we got some ones here, so we'll be able to add that to our cauldron challenge. Oh, not that. Thank you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. And then, let's see here. Gas. Okay. If you use the envelope system, do you ever just like get to the middle of the week or you're almost done with your paycheck and you're like, okay, I have cash everywhere, I'm just going to start using it? That's kind of what I did. I didn't really stick to my sections very well. We went out to eat a lot this last paycheck, so a lot of these are empty. I did not touch the pet spending, so there's $40 left over for that. And then our toilet paper fund, or TP, we have $20 left in there, and then everything else is spent. So with that, we have $60 in rollover. Put this to the side here. So we have 60 with that. So our total amount that we get to work with today is 1,062 plus 50 plus 60 equals $1,172. Alrighty. And sorry I have to keep going back and forth. I usually write kind of sideways, so sorry about that. Alrighty, so now we have our bills set out. I went ahead and pre-filled them in. So we're going through August 6th through the 20th, and I do by paycheck. So the dates that fall in between here is going to be our camper for $15. And then what else did I put on? Oh, my car, because that's in every paycheck. And then I have utilities because that is in every paycheck, laundry, and propane. So these two aren't really bills, but they're things that I stuff for every paycheck. And I kind of stopped putting the savings categories over here and put them more as the binders and how much I'm going to allocate to each binder. So let's start with that, and we'll see what we have left over. So 100 plus 323 plus 75, 15, 10, that equals $523. Okay, and then $1,172 minus 523 equals $649. And then we just bring that down to our next section here. Okay. Let me grab my wallet so I don't forget a section. Okay. So with this, we have gas. I'm just going to put food because we end up eating out just as much as we buy in groceries, I feel like. Pet. Health. I actually went to, there's a little crumb. Okay. I went to therapy today and now I'm going every other week. So that gets to go down a little bit. TP. Out to eat. I don't really stuff for it, and my spending, we'll see what we get to do with that. Oh, and I got out. I feel like I had a get out of jail free card this week. Monday I was driving to work and I was just, you know, listening to my tunes, jamming out and going way over the speed limit and not realizing it. And I look behind me and I'm like, oh, there's a cop with their lights flashing. And so I'm like, let me just pull over so they can go around me. And as I'm scooting over, they're also scooting over. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're pulling me over. Very cool. So I ended up pulling off into the side road. And she's like, the reason I pulled you over is because you're going 61 in a 50. And I'm thinking, well, dang, this Monday just got really expensive. And she ended up letting me off with a warning. So I'm like, thank you. Because I was like, this is going to be so much money and my insurance is going to raise up. But luckily that is not what happened. So thank you, nice cop lady, whoever you are, wherever you are. I appreciate it. I'm like, this is not in the budget. I can't be doing this. Okay, so for gas, usually I think I do like 50 or 60, but we're actually going to my hometown because my dad's birthday is this weekend. So we're going to go have dinner with him. So I'm going to go ahead and do 80. Food, we're going to do our usual 150. Pet, she doesn't really need anything, so I'm just going to do 20 because that would cover a bag of food if I need. Health, we're going to go ahead and do 20 because I think my medication's coming up for that. And then TP, we always do 50 for it. So let's see what we have here. 80 plus 150. Plus 20, plus 20, plus 50. That's $320. That's usually about how much mine is. I think it was that much last week too. Alrighty, so then we have $649 minus 320, and that is $329. Alrighty, so then we'll go up here and do 329. So then I have, instead of putting money into individual folders, I want to do for the amount I'm adding to the binders, and then we're just going to do a percentage of the amount left over here. I want to add 3 new binders. So these are the ones that I already have. And then I have a high priority, a low priority, and then I have like short-term savings challenges. I want to add a future binder. So that's like for our house that we want in the future, piece of land, new car, college funds, and senior trip for Sienna. And then long-term savings challenges. So those are going to be like the bigger savings challenges that take a little bit longer. And then also a month ahead. And so these are the amounts that I'm going to allocate. Just because my money that I have to work with changes every month or every paycheck. So I want to keep the percentages consistent. That way I don't feel like I have to contribute a certain amount to each one. Okay, so $329, 25% of that. So 329 times 0.25 equals $82. So we'll go ahead and do 83. And there's no other, oh, down here we'll do 83 as well. That's an awesome number. Okay. And then 329 times 0.2 is going to be $65.80 or $65.80, but we'll just do 65. So that was 20%. And there's no other. Okay. So then this 10%, oh my lord, 10% should be $32 here. Okay. And then we'll add these up and make sure we didn't go over that. So 329 minus 83 minus 65 minus 32 minus 32 minus 83 minus 32, and we have 2 left over. Okay, so I'm good with that. Keep it as a buffer in my account just in case. This will be interesting to figure out what denominations we need. We'll figure it out though. Okay. To the denomination. Okay, sorry. So we gotta do 50, 20, and 5. I have some singles here, so I might have to round those down to the nearest 5. Okay, so let's fix that. So 83, that's gonna be, we'll round these down to 30. And then this 83 can be 85. Sorry for the scribbles. All you type A people are probably cringing right now. Okay, let's make sure that's correct. So I have 85 plus 65 plus 30 plus 30 plus 85 plus 30. And that equals $3.25. So we actually have $4 in extra. Okay. That'll make it a little bit easier, I think. So for our first one, car, we don't, my mom just takes that out of my account. She has access to it. Camper, I do auto pay. Utilities, I take that out. And that is $75. So we need a 50, a 20, 50, 20, and a 5. Laundry, we do in cash. And that's going to be $15, so that'll be 3 5s. Propane, we will do in 10. 10, so that'll be 2 5s. And then down here with gas, sorry if you can't see that. Let's see. Gas is going to get 80, but I'm going to do 420s because since doing this, I've noticed a lot of places don't want $50 bills even, let alone 100. Because there was one time I wanted to go to Taco Bell and I only had a 50, and I'm like, they're not going to take that. So that's a good way to budget. Have too much money or money in the large denominations, and then people won't take it. Food gets 150. So then that is 3. Pet gets 20, so that'll be 1. Health, forgot how to spell there for a minute, gets 20. But I'm going to do 4 5s because my therapy is only $10 and I don't want to have to make change for me. Okay, and then TP gets 50, and we'll just do a $50 bill for that one. Okay, now to these ones. Would it be crazy for me to just do like $5 for all of it? I don't think so. Okay, let's do that. So high is getting 85. And here's where we have to do math. Okay, 85 divided by 5 is 17. Well, this poor ATM is going to be so confused. Okay, and then low is getting 65. So that should be 13. Yep. let's put this guy here. Short term gets 30. And then that's going to be 6 5s. Future. Every time I say future, I think of SpongeBob when he's like, yeah. Oh, no, it's not. It's on SpongeBob, but it's Squidward when he's like, future. And everything's all like silvery and metallic. I have so many SpongeBob references. I definitely grew up with that. I think half of my like little catchphrases that I use come from SpongeBob. But then if other people in the wild use it, you're like, oh, you're my person. I like you. I don't even have to know you, and I already know we're the same type of people. Alrighty, long term is getting 85. And that is 17 5s. And then month ahead. I don't know why I put MAH, because like ahead is one word. Don't ask me. That was past Michaela. I don't know what she was thinking. And I always put MH instead of MA. I'm still not thinking. Okay. And then 10% gets 30. So that will be 6 5s as well. So then all of that together. Let's see. Because now we have the issue as we had last time. Of what we need. Like, I need to put it all here to know how to stuff it. But to pull it from the bank, I need to make sure I remember I have this. So, is there one that gets... Okay, well, but they're not split up. Okay, I'll just get 20 more for gas from the bank and not get 4. I'll just get 1. Okay, we'll do that. Alrighty. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50, 20. So we have 5 50s, which is $250. And then 20s, we have 1, 2, 3, which is 60. Oh my gosh, I'm using my calculator for this. Okay, 5s, we have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 17 plus 13. Oh, wrong. 13 plus 6. 6. 17 and then 6 equals 75 5s. You know what? I don't know if our ATM has a limit, but we're going to find out tonight. That's for sure. Okay, so 5 times 75 equals 375. Okay, so then we have 250 plus 60 plus 375. And that is $685 to the bank. Or from the bank. And then let's add this up. So we have 75 plus 15, 10, 80, 150, 20, 20, 50, 85, 65, 30, 30, 85, 30 equals 745. And then we're going to subtract the 685, and that should be the $60 that we have in cash here already. 60. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be cash stuffing $745, but we're pulling from the bank $685. I might be over limit because I kind of feel like it's a $500 limit. We'll find out. Okay, so that is my budget breakdown. If you came back thanks for coming back. It's good to see you again. If you came back and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if this is your first time, you can hit it too. Thanks for checking in and saying hi. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But yeah, and hopefully if any of you get pulled over soon, you also get left off with a warning instead of a ticket. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.